On this episode, I'm joined by the girls for a Universal Orlando Resort Ride Bracket Challenge. Today is June 14th, 2022. This is episode 469 of the Main Street Magic Podcast.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts. Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Main Street Magic. I'm your host, Jeremy Stein, and while I'm not joined by my lovely wife, Rhonda, I am joined by our lovely daughters, Kailyn and Lacie, who will be joining me in just a moment. But first, make sure you check us out on the web at mainstmagic.com, as well as follow on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at mainstmagic. If you've not done so already, head out to Facebook and search for the Main Street Magic community and ask to join. And then if you hit that subscribe button every Tuesday and Friday, you'll get brand new episodes. Planning a trip to Disneyland or Walt Disney World can be overwhelming and at times super frustrating, but Mouse Dining removes the frustration of booking Disney dining reservations, alerting you when they spot availability for your desired restaurant, date, meal, and time. You can visit msmfriends.com to use this free service. And then finally, if you're getting ready to plan that next Disney or Universal vacation, looking to go on a cruise or pretty much travel anywhere else in the world, head to mainstmagictravel.com and fill out a form for a free quote. Our travel services are completely free to you. Kailyn, Lacie, welcome back. It's been quite a while since you've been on the show, so thank you so much for joining, filling in for your mom as we do this Ride Bracket Challenge from Universal Orlando Resort. Welcome back, girls.
Hi.
Hello.
All right, so we have a 20-team single elimination bracket challenge that we are going to run through. I'll let you guys each give your vote on which ride you want to move on. I can be the deciding factor if we need it until we get down to one clear-cut winner. Sound good?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what I did is I went out with a little bit of help from our friend John Self, put together kind of what the top 20 rides were, both through some different sites, regular people that go to Universal and kind of what their thoughts tend to be, what my own personal thoughts were. And then I stuck those into this 20-team single elimination bracket. But what we have to do first is we have 4 play-in games to get down to the main 16 teams. So we're going to start right off with the first play-in game, which will be up in the top left corner here. And this is going to be Popeye and Bluto's Bilge Rat Barges versus Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. Let's start with you, Kailyn. Which of these 2 rides are you choosing to advance and why?
Very much Rip Ride Rocket.
Okay, really?
It's like an icon.
Yeah.
In a way.
You still really enjoy it, correct?
Yeah.
It hurts me.
Oh.
What's your go-to song?
I kind of do whatever other, I ask the people that I'm with what they like, because I don't really have but I really want to try that thing where you,
the secret menu songs?
Yeah, the secret menu, because there's an Eminem song.
I feel
but
that's
keep
right
forgetting.
Up your alley.
I keep forgetting to look at the number, look it up online before I go and.
Well, maybe next time, maybe when we go in July,
yeah,
that could be one of your goals, is trying to do that.
Yes.
Lacie, are you getting really wet or are you getting super scared? You have not done Rip Ride Rocket yet, correct?
Yeah, I haven't, but I'm probably gonna choose Popeyes just because I just don't like scary upside down rides like that. I mean, I've done Velocicoaster, but I don't think I'm ready for Hollywood or Rip Ride yet because and I mean, I know Popeyes gets you really wet, but it's still good for because you're in Florida and it's really hot usually. So if it's midsummer and you just want to cool off, that's the best way to do it. Like
we did this past weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go with Popeyes and Bluto's because it's fun and it's funny to watch people get soaked. We had a couple people with us that had never been on it, and watching their faces, because we said, you're going to get really, really wet. And I don't think they believed us, including your mom. And it is impossible to ride that thing and not get absolutely drenched, right?
Mm-hmm.
You sat out.
I sat out.
But I remember on your 5th grade trip when we went, and you just get so drenched, and it's an absolute blast from beginning to end. It's what I wish, maybe not quite as wet, it's what I wish Cali River Rapids was over at Animal Kingdom. Mm-hmm. And this is a really long, tube ride. Yeah. So I absolutely love that part of it. So we are going to go ahead and advance Popeye and Bluto, and we are now going to move down to our next play-in game, which will be Despicable Me Minion Mayhem versus the Simpsons ride. Lacie, let's start with you this time. I'll try and remember to go back and forth on who starts first if I can.
So I've never been on the Simpsons ride, but I actually have to go with the Simpsons ride because the Minion one, so when you like walk in there, like you think, or like if you've never been on it, you're like, yeah, this is gonna be pretty fun. And then you get in, and then it's like separate vehicles, like, and it just kind of defeats the whole point.
Yeah.
So that's like why I really don't like it. I mean, I like the concept, but if they just switched it to like how Jimmy Fallon is, it'd be better.
I agree completely. Kailyn, what's your pick? And then we can discuss a bit more.
I was going to pick the Minions.
Okay. All right, so I'll have to be a tiebreaker.
I like the Minions. It's nice. And the separate cars for me don't really make a difference. And if anything, it makes it more better because you're supposed to be a minion. So it's better.
Right.
And you're running with a bunch of other minions. So it makes sense for there to be separate cars.
That does make sense. I'm going to pick Minions, and that'll be the tiebreaker, so Minions will move on.
And a lot of people get sick from
only because the Simpsons, the technology in the screen is so awful, Lacie.
I actually went on it, and it's not really that bad as everyone says.
Really? I think the Minions pre-show is actually better than the ride itself. Because of what Lacie said, I would like the setup better if it was set up like Fallon. Because like the first time I ended up riding it, I was in a vehicle behind another vehicle.
Yeah.
And so seeing that one and seeing the entire ride system underneath it just kind of took me out of it. Whereas I think if it was like Fallon, like Lacie said, it would have been better.
Yeah, because you could see like the whole like mechanic system and all that.
Yeah. So, all right, Minions moves on. We're going to go to our next play-in game. This is going to be Men in Black Alien Attack versus Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon. I forgot to read off some of the seeds. This is now 15 versus 8 seed. Our first one, Bluto was 16, Rip Ride was 17, Minions was 13, Simpsons was 20. So we're back to Kailyn. Men in Black or Race Through New York, starring Jimmy Fallon.
I've been on both, and I'm gonna have to go with Jimmy Fallon. I love Jimmy Fallon.
I know both of you do.
Mm-hmm.
You're voting the same thing, aren't you?
Yeah, because I mean I've never been on Men in Black, and I just love Jimmy Fallon so much. Like I'd choose it over a lot of things if I'm honest.
Okay, that's going to get pretty interesting here probably, but it doesn't matter my vote because you guys already took Jimmy Fallon through. I would only pick Men in Black because it's another one of those just super fun, interactive. You've got the score element. You're trying to beat everyone else. You have the moments where you're just spinning in circles and everybody's kind of screaming and yelling. I really actually like Men in Black a lot. I do love Fallon.
I do too.
It just doesn't have the same read-ability for me. But I know it is a must-do for you, Lacie, every single time.
Every time
when I went on Men in Black, I beat everyone in the car. So I'm really proud of myself for that.
Okay, good job. All right, last play-in game. We're going to do number 14, E.T. Adventure. And we're going to go against number 19, Fast and the Furious Supercharged. I guess I would say Universal purists, don't yell at me if you think E.T. should be ranked higher. I had to fit everything in somewhere because the people that are old school, Universal especially, I know love this ride. Lacie, we're going to you first. E.T. versus Supercharged. Which are you picking?
So, again, I haven't been on Fast and Furious just because, like, some of these rides aren't that, like, major and important. We just don't really have that much time for it because, like, And
we tried it again this past weekend because there's a couple of you in our group that hadn't been on, and it was a 60-minute wait. And we're like, it's not worth 60 minutes just to make fun of a ride. So you're picking E.T.
Yeah, because for one, it is so cold in there, and it feels so good. And for two, it's like, it's just so, like, cool, I guess. And, like, it's so, like, I feel like it's, like, pretty smooth how, like, the bike is. And it's, like, I really like the concept of, like, being on the bike.
Yeah.
And, like, you getting that experience and stuff. And, like, and...
Kailyn, what's your pick?
E.T.
E.T. So E.T.'s going to win. I would select E.T. as well. Mm-hmm. For me, it's it's a classic dark ride. Like, to me, it seems, and it's really all... For them, I guess you could talk Cat in the Hat and all, but E.T. is one of the just old school classic rides. It's still at Universal that I feel like if you picked up and plopped into a Disney park, people would think it fit and think that Disney owned rights to E.T. and all. And so I love it for that fact. All right. Supercharged is ridiculous, right?
Oh yeah, it's stupid.
This is not pre-show is great. Q is great. The actual ride is absolutely so cheesy. It's awful. It's not even cheesy good. Am I right? I mean, I think that's pretty synonymous with
the
what
only
people
thing
think.
I remember from it was the really bad screen, and then I remember too much happening.
Yes.
And I didn't know what to look at.
Yes.
Like Kong.
That's a really good point about it.
You had different things to look, and like one thing would happen on one side, nothing would happen on the other. Like that's super important. I mean, yes, you could see like some things, but obviously you'd want to look from one side to the other. But this, two things were going on at the same time, and I was like, what in the world?
Very, very good point. Yeah, I think that's really its big downfall. It could have saved itself some from being so cheesy, because it is Fast and the Furious. It's going to be cheesy, but you're right. It's too much for you to focus on at one time. All right, we're going to move on to our main 16, our Sweet 16, and we're going to go with our overall number 1 seed, Hagrid's Magical Creature Motorbike Adventure versus Popeye and Bluto's Bilge-Rat Barge.
Yeah, like, is this even like a debate? Because Hagrid's is just so good and so fun.
Yeah. Kailyn, I mean, you're voting Hagrid's, I assume. I'm voting Hagrid's. Well, let's talk a little bit more about Hagrid's later when it goes up against maybe something that is a little bit more of an actual game, I would say. All right, we're going to move on to number 8, Jurassic Park River Adventure versus number 9, Transformers The Ride 3D. We might be at Lacie, I think, first this time. Which one are you picking?
I do not like Transformers that much. I mean, I've been on it like once, but I really like forgot, and I just don't really like it. And I have to go with River Adventure because it's just so much fun, and like seeing all like the dinosaurs and all that stuff is just so much fun. And I love the big drop, and it's just, I love it.
And it was one that was not easy to get you on for the first time.
Yeah.
I will say that, but I'm so glad that you finally did it and you loved it. And it is another one that I think, in addition to, we'll talk about Velocicoaster later, every time we go now, I feel like you want to ride Fallon, you want to do River Adventure, and you want to do Velocicoaster, like your go-to 3. Kailyn, which are you picking these two? Because I think this is a pretty good matchup.
Yeah, because it also doesn't get you like too wet, but it still gets you a bit like...
It'll still cool you down.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's not hard, but it's kind of hard at the same time, because I like the Transformers ride. It's nice. I really like the CGI in it, and like the mechanics and whatever. And I'm not a fan of water rides, but I love the scenery, and I love Jurassic Park too much, so I'm gonna have to go with the water ride.
You are going with River Adventure.
Yep.
Okay. I think I would actually pick Transformers, and it doesn't matter for me, but we're going to talk about the Amazing Spider-Man soon.
Yeah, they are very similar.
Which, they're the same system.
Yeah.
They're pretty much same setup all around, just a different franchise and story. I don't know why people don't talk more about Transformers. I know Spider-Man came first, but
Spider-Man's better anyways.
If you love Spider-Man so much, or you love the ride so much, and again, it's not coming down to the actual IP, but I don't know why people don't talk more about Transformers when it's the same great ride. I guess because they thought, well, we don't need another of the same great ride. I don't know. But all right, River Adventure will move on. We're going to move down. Number 4, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey versus Minions Mayhem. Kailyn. And Minions Mayhem is coming in as our 13 seed from the play-in game. Which one are you going for?
I'm going with Forbidden Journey.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Forbidden Journey all around?
Yeah, it's just so much fun, and like it's just a long ride, and I love long rides because you get to see so much, and I just love the scenery and all that stuff.
And the ride system is absolutely mind-blowing. I
was
looking at
so
it
good
again when we just rode this past weekend and just watch, because sometimes you can catch over to the side, big arm holding, everybody in their seats, and the way that it swings into those big rotating dome screens as you go around.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Sometimes I get caught just watching that as opposed to what's actually happening in the ride.
Yeah.
And I just love the actual set pieces compared to, actually screens and going through in the simulator and all that I love. So, all right, let's move on down to number 5, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man, which we were just talking about. First, number 12, Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls. We missed out on Ripsaw Falls this past weekend due to lightning.
So mad.
Had to get out. I really wanted to do it, but Kailyn, is it Lacey's turn again, I think? Lacie, which one are you picking?
Obviously Spider-Man, because, I just love Spider-Man so much, and Dudley's, I just wish I could go on it, and I bet I would pick Dudley's if I could go on it, but...
Over Spider-Man, you think you would?
Yeah, probably. I don't know, but...
With how much you love River Adventure, and I know they're so different, but they're kind of the same in a sense, where you go through all this scenery and then you get your final drop and all. That's very interesting, though. We need to get you on Dudley.
Yeah,
Do Rights
because
ASAP.
it's like I've been told that it's like Splash Mountain, but like a step up, and I love Splash Mountain so much.
Okay, I don't know if I'd go
but you'd
step
pick
up,
it
but
over Spider-Man.
that's a bold statement.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
we're going Spider-Man for this
We're
one.
going Spider-Man.
We'll talk.
I love Spider-Man.
All right, we'll talk to Lacie again after she has a chance to do Dudley Do Rights. Let's move on to the next one. We are going to go with our number 18, who is a play-in winner, Jimmy Fallon, versus the number 2 overall seed, which is Jurassic World's Velocicoaster.
Okay, this isn't fair.
You said this is embarrassing?
No, this isn't fair.
Okay. Lacie, which one are you picking? I'm just going to ask you because of how much you love Fallon.
Yeah, I think no, I'm just kidding. Velocicoaster.
All right, Velocicoaster.
I went on it the first time, and in the line, I was literally about to throw up because of how nervous I was, because it was my first upside down roller coaster, and it was just like a pretty intense one, and like
I'll say. You picked like one of the most intense ones in the area, I feel like.
Yeah, but it's really smooth.
Yeah.
And like I literally love it so much that I can't explain it. And like even when the second time I was riding it in the line, I was like, I'm kind of scared because I like kind of forgot how it was. But then I actually rode it, and I literally had the time of my life. It was so much fun.
This Velocicoaster does to me still every time, even after riding it 2 times, what Tower of Terror does to me, which is I still get a little bit nervous and get butterflies in my stomach while I'm in queue. Do you agree, Kailyn?
Yeah.
How much do you love this? Because now you've ridden it twice as well.
I love Velocicoaster.
I felt bad because you were so overshadowed the first time you rode it, because we were just so dang happy that Lacie was riding it.
Oh, yeah.
Because you've done, Rock and Roller Coaster and stuff like that. So you've done Upside Down. And then I remember at the end, we're like praising Lacie, and you're like, guys, I did it for the first time too. And we're like, oh, yeah. Good job, sweetie.
Well, it's funny because the first time I did Velocicoaster, I didn't want to eat anything because I was nervous of
I get it.
that. But I ended up feeling bad because I didn't eat anything. Like I was literally wobbling. Like,
you need a little something in
lightheaded.
your stomach, but I would need a big lunch, I would probably say.
Yeah.
All right, this one I think is going to be kind of interesting, to be honest. And this is number 7, the Incredible Hulk Coaster, versus number 10, Skull Island, Reign of Kong. Talking to John, and he kind of agreed. Most of these seedings, 7 through 11, are kind of interchangeable. I think you could swap these two. You could not. I mean, I think that it was really hard to seed some of these. But Kailyn, Incredible Hulk or Skull Island, which one would you go to? 2 very, very different rides.
I'm not quite sure. Honestly, I think I'm going to have to go with Skull Island.
Okay.
I love this, like, I am a very big lover for, like fantasy, like, creatures, like, CGI, like, and there's a lot of that, and they're scary, they're spooky, and I love it. It's really cool, I think.
Lacie, now that you have done Velocicoaster, do you want to do Hulk?
I don't know, but also I'm going to choose Hulk, even though I haven't done it, because I hate Kong so much.
Do you really?
Mm-hmm.
What the heck?
Why?
I mean, I have a backstory too, but it's too long to tell right now. But
okay,
yeah.
All right.
See,
maybe a future bonus episode or something. Lacie's backstory of Kong.
Did you get scared? I love the scary aspect of it.
Well, kind of, but it's another thing.
Okay. Well, we'll go into that later. So I'm the tiebreaker, and this is so hard because, I mean, Hulk is such a good coaster. It is. But it is rough. And I don't know if it's really getting rougher or I'm getting older. And I enjoy the story as you're going through the queue. I think the queue's great. The excitement, the launch, all of that is wonderful. But then once you're out of the queue, the story's gone.
Yeah.
Really.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those where, because it's right on the edge of the property there, like, I can look down and you just see so much, like, backlot, backstage.
The bottom of it is so sandy and rocky and weird and just spotchy. It's weird. I'm gonna go with Skull Island. I'm gonna take the upset here because Skull Island, I think, gets a lot of hate from people, and like, I really, really enjoy it. I like that ride.
I love it from beginning to end.
The queue's good.
Yep.
The queue is scary.
Yeah.
It jump scares you.
It's a good story. Like you said, there's stuff. It does a good job of going, hey, you're supposed to be looking on the left, and here's the cool stuff. Wait, now look on the right, and here's the cool stuff. And
I love that ride.
I really do actually like it. And I honestly haven't been on Hulk in a while because it
yeah.
hurts my head
Yeah.
so bad.
Kong is kind of like a fantasy version of Kilimanjaro Safari.
There you go. That's a good way to put it. All right, let's move on to our number 3 overall seed, which is Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts versus the classic E.T. Lacie, what are you picking first?
I don't think this is fair.
Yeah.
Because Gringotts is just so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just so much fun. The drop, the ups, and it's just so much fun. I can't.
Kailyn.
Yes, Gringotts.
Gringotts. I think we all agree on Gringotts.
Yep.
I just think
I
there's
like
so
E.T.,
many
but-
elements to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, like E.T. is good, but it's just like it's about like it's just the concept isn't as good. Like Gringotts, there's just so much to it.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun.
It's one of the best storytelling I think that there is at Universal, to be
Mhm.
honest, as you go through. And down to the first time when you come out and, you know, the track drops
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
and
just
you start
so much
through
fun.
and it's awesome. It's amazing.
Yeah,
the
'cause-
only thing I wish is that, and I'm sure it would probably be different today, especially after seeing Cosmic Rewind, which has some similarities, is I wish it didn't have to rely on 3D, but
Yeah.
it really needs it because of some of the elements that come at you
Yeah.
that I don't
Yeah.
think they could accomplish on any sort of flat or LED screen. And I only don't love 3D rides sometimes because the glasses still are not perfect. Like
Yeah.
if somebody can perfect 3D glasses or make them in different sizes for different faces, which I know would be a huge pain when you're trying to get people to a theme park,
Yeah.
I think would be cool. So Gringotts is going to move on. We're going to move down. Number 6, currently closed, reopening soon this summer. Revenge of the Mummy versus number 11. We're going to do Hogwarts Express both ways as a whole. So, Kailyn, you
Both
look
of-
like this is tough.
Both of them are very like a how would you say this?
What?
They're an experience.
Yeah.
Both are an experience. I like both.
You got to pick one though.
But I just think this is hard.
This is one of the, you can ride one right now. Which one are you getting on?
I'm
Which
gonna have to
first
say
answer?
Revenge of the Mummy.
Okay.
I like that ride. It's a good coaster. Kind of reminds me of Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah, very.
And now once it's gonna be refurbished, it'll hopefully be smoother and hopefully be a
Yeah.
little bit better.
Yes, agreed.
But
So-
I like it. And
Okay.
again, I like fantasy.
yep, you
types
like
of
horror, you like that
creature
type of
thingies.
stuff.
Yeah.
So Revenge of the Mummy's got one vote. Lacie?
Revenge of the Mummy actually has 2 votes because I
Okay.
just love it so much and I can't like explain how much I love it. I do really like Hogwarts Express.
Yeah.
It's just
There's nothing else like
Yeah,
it.
there's-
It's incredible. But
there's
Mummy's so fun.
there's just nothing else to it. Like it's just a regular train ride with some, effects and stuff, which the effects are great and amazing. But I feel like it could be cool if like there was a bit more like I don't know, just a bit more to it,
Okay.
Like I don't know how to explain it,
Hogwarts,
but
yeah.
mhm.
Well, I'm gonna round it out and actually say Revenge of the Mummy. I love it too. That was another one that it was
Yeah.
so fun to go with you on the first time because it took you a
Yeah.
little bit of convincing to go on it, and then you
'Cause,
absolutely loved
yeah,
it.
I was too scared,
Yep. But now,
Mhm.
love it. Can't wait till it's back. Maybe it'll be back by the time we go back. We'll see.
Oh,
hope.
hopefully.
We're going to move up to number 1, Hagrid's. Advanced to take on number 8, Jurassic Park River Adventure. Lacie, you get first up. We know your love of River Adventure, but it is going up against Hagrid's. So
Yeah, I don't
what are you
know
thinking?
if anything other than Velocicoaster can go up against Hagrid's
Okay.
because it's just so much fun, like I do love River Adventure and the scenery, but it's just like I know this is like weird for me to say, but like it's just not enough, Because
Yeah.
like I love boat rides and like, getting the bit of like getting a bit wet and stuff, but like just Hagrid's is just I can't even explain it because you got
There's
the
so much
backwards,
to
you
it.
got the drop.
I
It's
know.
just so much fun, and there's so much scenery too.
Yeah.
Like, and it's a roller coaster, and it's crazy how much scenery there is.
Kailyn, what are you picking?
Hagrid's.
Okay, so Hagrid's is going to take this one, I think, very, very easily. We're going to go down to number 4, Forbidden Journey is now up against number 5, Spider-Man. This is a tough one. It goes to
I
you
don't know.
first, Kailyn. Again, you're talking two very different rides.
Yeah.
Do you guys want my thought first or not? You want me to lead it off?
Yeah.
I love Forbidden Journey. I absolutely do.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's incredible. I'm going to only go with Spider-Man because of the fact that there's so many other awesome Harry Potter rides.
Yeah.
Which is also why I'm going to go with Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was going to go Spider-Man.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's no point in me saying, but I would probably go Spider-Man.
You would have, because you just love some Spider-Man, don't you?
I love Spider-Man.
It's just like so much fun, and I know there's not like, it's a 3D ride, and it's not like perfect, like, you know, there's
I
no
don't know,
like,
man, it's pretty close to perfect.
yeah, there's no
I
like
love Spider-Man.
drops and stuff, which I really like, because like the little turn of my tummy,
Yeah.
you know, but I just still love it so much. But you know, Forbidden Journey, it has the scenery, it has the like, goes, you know, kind of upside down, it has like the kind of scariness, I guess, and it just has everything to Harry Potter that you basically need, and it's just so much fun. But I also love Spider-Man. You know, if you've seen my room before, then you know I love Marvel,
the pick you were
and Spider-Man,
Yes, I love
and all that
Marvel.
stuff. But
Marvel is my
Okay, so
Yeah.
Spider-Man is going to move on. Maybe a little bit of an upset. Spider-Man is decades old, and it still holds up.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's still the technologies that they created, the things. I mean, it still holds up to this day, which is I think really what does kind of just bring it and get that win. All right, we're gonna go up to number 2 seeded Velocicoaster versus number 10 Skull Island Reign of Kong. I think we're over to Lacie.
it's not fair. It's really not.
It's really
Like,
not. I don't even think
I
we
love
need to,
Skull Island, but yeah,
you do?
Velocicoaster.
Yeah, but you're not picking it. All right, let's move on because we can certainly. I know we'll dive in a little bit more probably as we get to kind of the final four and then the finals.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go to number 3 Gringotts. And just so you know, 3 out of the top 4 seeds all belong to Harry Potter rides, so pretty impressive. And it is going up against number 6 Revenge of the Mummy. So we got 2 coasters. We got 2 very different coasters.
Yeah,
but
I don't.
what are we thinking here for this one? This is a really, really tough pick, I think. And I think I know my answer overall. Do you guys?
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have to go with Gringotts.
Okay. Lacie?
This is a really hard pick for me because I love them both equally so much, and
Gotta
like
pick one.
Mummy is just so like fun, and like, you know, you got those drops, you got those ups and downs and all arounds and stuff. You got that good storyline.
Yeah. All right, so again,
But also-
somebody comes up to you. You're standing in the middle of the park, and somebody comes up and says, I will walk you on right now to one of 2 rides, Gringotts or Mummy. Which one are you telling them? Like,
God.
you have to respond.
I'd say Gringotts, just because it just has so much story, and like, you know, Mummy is just, it's really fun and enjoyable.
But it's not Gringotts.
Yeah.
We can say that. It's okay. We all
Like-
love the Mummy. We all love
Yeah.
it very, very much. But it's not Gringotts.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it might change after the refurbish. If
Maybe
it's
we'll
better.
see.
yeah,
We'll
like,
see what
the
they do.
coaster
You know,
part.
it's janky. It's old. Still love it, but you know.
Well, and I think honestly though, part of that ride where like it doesn't lend to Hulk. Hulk needs to be smooth. It
Yeah.
almost works on Mummy.
It
being a little
works.
raggedy because
yeah,
you
'cause-
feel like you're at a horror show carnival-esque, like
That's true. Yeah.
you know, with black light. So it almost works in a weird way. All right, we are down to our final 4. We're going to start with number 1 Hagrid's versus number 5 Adventures of Spider-Man. Kailyn,
Hagrid's.
Lacie.
Hagrid's.
Okay, we love Spider-Man more than anything. Everything we just talked about, but
Yeah.
you can't beat Hagrid's. We'll talk a little more Hagrid's in the finals. It made it because now we got to put up number 1 Velocicoaster versus number 3 Gringotts. I mean, this is really one heck of a final 4. Overall, 3 out of 4 are coasters. Lacie, what are you picking, Velocicoaster or Gringotts?
Velocicoaster. I mean,
Okay.
I can't really, you know, I
Yeah.
love Gringotts so much. Like, I've talked this whole time about Gringotts and how I love it so much. But, I mean, I like Velocicoaster more, you know? Like,
Oh, for sure. And I
if,
think we're all going to agree on
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
You're agreeing
Velocicoaster.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to move on Velocicoaster. So we have our number 1. We have our number 2. They are the 2 to actually advance. We didn't have a lot of crazy upsets or anything, but I think there's been some good conversation on why some beat others out. But now we're down to it.
Yeah, I kind of
Number 1
like...
Hagrid's versus number 2 Velocicoaster.
I'll go. I have a good answer.
What is your answer?
My answer is Hagrid's.
Okay.
Get out.
Why? Are you picking Velocicoaster?
Okay,
then?
so
So I'm going to be the tiebreaker?
Well, here.
Yeah.
Let's hear what Kailyn
Let
has
me
to
give
say.
my reasoning.
Okay, give us your reason.
I love both of them. I love the upside down aspect of Velocicoaster, but I just think that that's the only thing. It's smooth, it's nice, but you don't see much. Yeah,
Okay.
you can see a few raptors, but I only saw them on the second time I rode.
Yeah, it's quick.
Hagrid's has the straight up, going backwards, the drop, all these different animatronics, the storyline. It's amazing. The queue is awesome. Both queues are awesome, but I'm gonna have to go with Hagrid's. It
Okay.
has more than
Velocicoaster's
Velocicoaster.
All right, so Lacey's picking Velocicoaster.
Yeah, I just like... I really love Hagrid's and I really love Velocicoaster, but if somebody like, if I could just teleport to one ride and be on it right now,
It's
I'd choose
Velocicoaster.
Velocicoaster, It's just, I can't explain how fun to me it is.
Yeah.
Like Hagrid's is just so much fun too. So much like scenery and all that stuff. I can't. Like, it's just Velocicoaster.
All right, so I am the tiebreaker.
Oh no.
And I gotta say, it really is hard because Kailyn, I think, brought up some really good points. I mean, Velocicoaster Velocicoaster is the best roller coaster I've ever been on.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean it wins for me.
Yeah.
Even like Velocicoaster is a better roller coaster, obviously, than just say Cosmic Rewind, which I know you guys haven't gotten to experience. But I
agree
prefer
completely.
Cosmic Rewind. And I'm going to go the same with all the points that you made about Hagrid's, is that there is so much going on, where Velocicoaster's claim to fame is that it's an absolute thrilling assault on your senses.
Yes.
And that is awesome.
And like the upside down parts, like at first I thought I would literally hate it, and I literally thought
You
that
feel like you're going to fall out of your seat every single time.
But that's the fun part.
Oh, I agree
Because
completely.
you know
like
you're
the
not.
corkscrew.
But
Right.
it's just so much fun. Like how you're over the water and you turn or you go upside down. It's
absolutely incredible.
like it's just so much fun.
Here's my deciding factor is because I didn't know anything about really either ride. Like I hadn't watched ride view throughs, none of that stuff ahead of time. Hagrid's is hidden.
Yeah.
Velocicoaster's not. Like you walk up to
That's
Velocicoaster
true,
and you go, I'm gonna go on this corkscrew roll. I'm
Yeah.
gonna hang upside down for a second. I'm gonna go on the top hat. I know everything technically that's coming. Still scares the living everything out of you. But I remember being in the
You're
queue
right.
for Hagrid's knowing nothing. And I looked at the distance and I saw where it went up and then it went backwards and I was like, shoot. That just kind of ruined it.
Yeah.
But then we get in the cave and the drop and my mind was absolutely blown. And it's still a feat that I don't understand how they pulled off. Like I can in theory understand how they pull off Velocicoaster being that amazing and that great of a coaster.
Yeah.
I still don't understand how they pull off this drop.
And
in Hagrid's.
Hagrid's doesn't even go upside down.
No.
But it's still
And
incredible.
there's nothing like being on that motorcycle.
Oh,
Every
yes.
time I'm like
The
revving
different
the engine, even though it's not
seatings,
doing anything. And I just think that overall, it's the better overall experience.
Exactly.
Is what I'll say. Where I think Velocicoaster is a better ride.
That's exactly what
But
I think.
Hagrid's is going to win. I'm so sorry,
No.
Lacey. It does win out. So Hagrid's
Not in my heart.
is between these three Steins, myself, Kailyn, Lacey.
I bet Mom would say Velocicoaster.
Let's ask her when she gets home, and we can certainly report back when this posts out on social media and all. Everyone, girls, thank you so much for filling in.
Thank you.
I know for all you listening, things have been a little bit hectic lately with summer kicking off, with Rhonda being super busy, with us having some different trips, and there being some holidays like Memorial Day, and just it's been kind of hectic. So I'm so glad that you guys were able to fill in for your mom, because again, she's working 12 hours today. We were not going to have time to record over the weekend when we just got back from Universal. So appreciate you guys so much. I know a lot of people love hearing you, having you on. I think Lacey sounds like she's about ready to start her own podcast because you're getting into it now. So girls, thank you very much for joining.
Thank you for having us.
And for everybody listening, if you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, you're going to get those brand new episodes every Tuesday and Friday. And then as long as you're out there, girls, you're going to have one more part here. We would love it if you leave us a rating and review.
Because it helps our show grow.
That's all we've got. We'll see you real soon.
Jeremy and Rhonda are more than a little fond of Disney World, so they made this podcast to share it all with you. Reports and resorts, top 10 lists of all sorts, Main Street Magic's bringing it home for you.